Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. It's that favourite time of the week where we have a special guest on. And today's special guest, it's the Creator Rewind interview with my good friend Gary Hubbs. Grab your pizza slices. We're going to kick it off with Into the Pit. Let's do it. Get in the pit. Welcome to the show, everybody. You're doing good. It's my favourite time of the week because I get to hang with my people. And these shows are particularly fun for me because I get to bring back somebody who I have become friends with and interviewed in the past and followed their career, and we get to catch up on what they have done. My name is Jade. This is How to App on iOS. Are you all doing good out there? It's the end of the week for me. Not really, because my show never stops. It's a 24-hour train and I'm running out of gas already. Boom. Speaking of which, where's Hippie? This bloody idiot was up playing video games all last night. He's probably in bed snoozing away in Alaska, dreaming of killing people on his channel, the weirdo. All right, welcome everybody. Hope you're all doing really good. We'll do a shout out, call your names out and all that stuff like we normally do after, about 20 minutes or so into the show. Let everyone sit down, relax, chill, find a comfy seat, take your shoes off, make sure you got clean socks because you don't want to stink out the room. All good in the hood. We got a great guest on today. He's awesome. Love him so much. He's a dear friend of mine. And I need to let you know that this show is sponsored by our good friends. And of course, you know who I'm going to say. Yeah, do you know who I'm going to say? You ready? We're going to do it. We're going to say it. We're going to say it. We're nearly there. I just got to click this right button and say, indeed, it is DistroKid. Boom. Right on. Where's my camera? I got to hang on a minute. Give me. I'm not set up properly. Where are we? Is it this one? There we are. I'm in the corner where I should be. I sound like Leela. DistroKid, today's sponsor. They sponsor this show a couple of times a month, and I am forever thankful for DistroKid sponsorship. Without them, I would not be able to keep the lights on. Thanks, Thomas, for posting. There you go. If you would like to, so let's talk about the prices. What is DistroKid? How can you get involved in it? Well, a little story. I've been using DistroKid since 2016. I left my previous provider who was ripping me off, paying exorbitant amount of money and getting nothing back. And I signed up with DistroKid and, for a very, 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 very incy-bincy, tinsy-wincy, tiny amount of $22.99 a year, I can release all my music to all the streaming services like Spotify, like Apple Music, like Amazon, like Tidal. I can even get people to use my music on TikTok before it gets outlawed in America. What are you guys thinking? It's just TikTok. Relax. Anyway, you can do all this kind of stuff, and if you use my promo code, which is down here, Thomas has put it in the chat for you. It's in the description, distrokid.com/VIP/Jade. So you'll get 7% off your first year. It helps me, it helps you, and it helps everybody. That's a win-win situation. DistroKid rock, and we're going to talk a little bit more about them as we get halfway through the show. Something fun you can do with DistroKid, because it's not all just about promotion. Yeah, they have little fun things you can do that makes it interesting and all that kind of stuff. Boom. All right, let me kill this little thing here. It's Canuck Day. It sure is. All right, let's bring you back over here to me. So, as always, thank you, DistroKid, for your kind support. I know you want me to do it. I've heard from DistroKid they love it when I do this. You ready? I want to thank DistroKid for sponsoring the show. I love you, DistroKid. There we go. Look, it's just a relationship. Me and DistroKid, it's private. If anybody wants videos, you can find them on the internet. What am I talking about? I don't fucking know. This show's ludicrous. Let's bring on our special guest. So I met this guy, 2020, when the world was in chaos, and I was looking for chaos too. And what do you think I found? I found chaos with a beard, yeah, and a guitar and a bass, and he was tearing it up in GarageBand on iOS. And we met on Facebook, and then we traversed. We took our friendship over here to the YouTubes, and here we are, still friends, still hanging out. So you know him as Gary Hubs. That's what we all know him as. He's the master of the pizza slice. He's the master of hanging out in car parks, lurking around in car parks. Let's bring him on and stop me ranting like a dick brain. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, it is Gary Hubs. Boom.
Hey!
How you going, man?
Hey, Jade. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for taking the time to join us in the car park in daylight.
It made so much sense, right?
It's so
Where else
weird.
was I going to go?
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Like when you first cammed up today, I was like, what? It's daylight. So you actually do have daylight in Canada?
We do. Yeah. Almost half the day.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So myth busted. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. No snow either. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what is going on with the weather, man? Why? How are you able to go out during winter in that car park at night time and play to us and not have barnacles and ice things hanging off your nose and get frozen like a snowman?
Because I just don't know any better, I guess.
But is it not? Is it? I always just thought around this time of the year it was constantly snowing and it was terrible, and you had moose everywhere. Is the world falling apart? Is that why there's not? Has there been less snow? That's what I'm asking you.
No, the secret is the Rocky Mountains, and they're a wall. They're a wall that the clouds hit, and we're like northern California up here, if there is such a thing. So
yeah,
it's pretty mild. Don't tell the rest of Canada though, because we're full. We don't want any more people, especially not those people. But yeah,
you people,
my fellow Canadians. I could, yeah. If there's any group I could trash on, yeah.
Gary, we've had you on the show before. The last time was November 2020. You just dropped an EP, which is still one of my favorite EPs of all time. It's coming out of this community. I want you to tell this lovely audience of wonderful people who are 44 strong at the moment. Yeah. So the Gary Hubs elevator pitch. Take it away, my friend.
Well, the short version that I put on my profile is just a guy with a guitar and a loud voice. But just a family guy trying to find a creative outlet and enjoying every minute of the time I get to spend in the community releasing music. And I'm just here for laughs, man. And if music is the vehicle that allows me to maybe deliver some laughs and hopefully receive some laughs, I can't ask for anything more. It's the most fun hobby I've had. And that's me, just a guy with a guitar and a loud voice in a parking lot in Canada.
You've already got the security driving past. Were they security? Concord?
Hit the like, subscribe.
Yeah. During the elevator pitch. Brilliant.
Share it out.
I love it so much. Parking lot security. He's not even playing bass. What is going on? So let me tell you, folks. Now, you mentioned your humor, and that has been like the one thing. I remember when I first started this channel, if I didn't have you coming over here into my channel and helping, when, you remember when we started this channel here, I'd have like 5 people each day, but your humor got me through each day, right? And some of the jokes, and we had some pretty in jokes going on, I feel bad for anybody who goes back and watches my old tutorials, and it's just, carrots and mindless shit. And you owed me a lawnmower for like a year.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Yeah. So the humor is a big part of it. If it was anybody else who was constantly banging jokes like that, I'd probably throw them out. But it's because it's you.
I ride the line, and I rode the line a lot. Yeah. For sure.
But there's a difference, right? Because comedy's a hard thing, right? And, not everybody can do comedy. And I think, you think you ride a hard line. I don't really think you ride a hard line with some comedy today really pushes and really wants to agitate people, and that's the focus of the comedy. And then when people get agitated, they go, "Oh, what? Fucking you're woke." But you can push the line without being an asshole.
For sure. And it's a high risk, high reward.
Yeah,
for sure. If you can make the host laugh, then it's a great day.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. Absolutely. And I try and do the same thing with Hippie. I go in there and make fun all the time. And I'm sure there are people who see that and go, what the hell? Well, you just shut up, stop trying to be funny. But, when you're hosting a live stream, and now because you do it yourself, there's moments where you're like, what do I do with my hands? Apart from, that's, and you've got to like come up with things to say. And if there's not people in the audience to help get you through it, you can be fucked. You can die out there.
Absolutely. And it's a great time for me to say, how cool is it to actually have a conversation out here? Usually I'm out here talking to just my phone and trying to look at a chat and doing a terrible job at it, just like I'm going to today, I got my iPad and I've got the chat here, but I can't like look at it. So to talk with you, this is great.
I love it.
Welcome to my world.
The world it goes by, you know. So I found you. I think it was in. I think it was in GarageBand users group on Facebook. We first found each other on Facebook, and he was this guy, this bearded, crazy guy who had this killer drum sound. He was making music on his iPad, and whenever I found somebody making music on their iPad, I was like, oh, finally, somebody else. In 2020, it was like that. We were all just finding each other going, oh, really? You make stuff on this piece of glass? How has, and then we all moved over. I think we're all on Pete Johns' channel, hanging out every day. Then I started this ridiculous channel. How has writing music back then when we first met, how has it changed for you? Are you still using the iPad the same way you were?
I've kind of gone full circle. I started on a phone.
Yep.
Before I had an iPad.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot.
No, that's all right. That was one of our old gags was you'd have an app and I'm like, is it only iPad or, you know, that kind of thing. But, so I started on a phone and that was during the inconvenience. Right. And, what's changed between now and then is, I just had so much more leisure time. I was working less. There was less demand for what I did. And so, I was on reduced hours and, it gave me a lot more time to work on music. So I got accustomed to having this time and then, you know, the inconvenience went away for the most part. And it's the struggle now is to find that time. It's like, where can I skim to still have that time? Yeah.
It was an odd time, wasn't it? Because all of a sudden, like we still had responsibility because we still had to pay bills and we still had to do all that stuff. Yeah. So that wasn't gone. But all of a sudden we had more of this personal time. And all of a sudden we were able to like venture into our hobbies. And I know a lot of creative people really just exploded. And then there are a lot of people in the world who I feel, and I'm not talking politically or anything here, don't have creative outlets. And were very angry and stuff, like going, but I want to be at work and being a slave. And I really like being a slave and like doing all the slave things. And it was like, hey, relax, go and fucking make something. Like you've got, for a lot of people, it was a time to like take a step back and breathe and go, oh my God, the world stopped spinning for a second. And for a lot of people, the world did stop spinning and they died. But there were a whole lot of other people who just wanted to keep licking the boot, man, and just get back to licking it and like have no creative freedom. So, you know, then all of a sudden when it was taken away from us, it was, you know, a big culture shock because you released an EP and things were rocking and then all of a sudden, hey, back to work. What was that like to have that ripped out from under you?
I mean, it was inevitable, I guess. It was, there was other factors as well. I've got two kids that, as they get older, well, I mean, they're 10 and 7, turning 11 and 8 soon. They get more involved with activities, right? You know, like all of a sudden now there's t-ball and, dance and, hockey and piano and all this stuff. Right. So, more of your evenings are I think about the Beastie Boys and you got to fight for your right to party, right? They probably wrote that song in their 20s. And if they had written that song in their 40s, they would have known that by the time you get through that fight, you don't have the energy to party, man. You got to pick one, right? I can't fight and have a party. So I'm just like, kids, go to bed. I'm done. Yeah. You know? Yeah. But then there's more YouTube shows to watch. And so where's my time now? You know, it's a strange balance, right?
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, totally. And
Mhm.
I know, like for the longest time, I mean, you were Princess LDG before Princess LDG was a thing, because she does her drive-bys now and comes in and says, hello, anyway, I got to go and study. And you were the same. You'd come in and say, hey, everybody, love you all, tell a few jokes, and I've got to go back to work. And, you know,
Yeah.
we all were here. I can only speak for myself, but I know I'd see you come in and be like, hey, there's Hubs. Oh, man, I wish he was able to stay. You know, not for the numbers or any, you know, I'm not talking about that, just to have you, you
Yeah.
know, because you're such a big part of this community when in its
Oh, thank you.
infancy. You know, this has
Yeah.
been a thing that has just continued to grow, this community. And you were in at the parking lot level. See what I did there?
Nice one. Yeah.
I'm so
It's
funny.
amazing how it's amazing how it has grown though. You're absolutely right. And you know, it's funny to say that I came in at the beginning, because when you arrive somewhere, you don't know what happened before you got there. You know,
Yeah.
you just show up, and that's when I met all you all. That's the first time I tripped on my tongue so far. Right on.
I was hoping you'd say you people.
All you people, yes. I'm gonna keep my hands in my pocket so I don't point at anyone and
Man,
you people.
I'm guilty of doing it too. I point. I can't help it, you know.
I did it in the promo for this.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't want to miss this. Yeah.
It's hard, isn't it? Like, I mean, all right, for ages you were, you know, not in front of the camera. You were making music, and now you're in front of the camera, and you have to stand there and go, what do I do? It's hard to, like, etiquette. Like, you know, I point the finger sometimes and go, oh man, that's so rude. Like, what's another way? And you try and find another way around it. But we'll get into the house kicker, house wrecker, house smasher show.
Sure.
So, where are we? We're 23 minutes in. I'm going to play another track because we've got a few to play today.
Sounds good.
And then we'll get in and talk about like what's happened since you made music. Then we'll come back and say hello to all these wonderful people here today in the chat.
Yes.
All our chatters. So thank you all for being here today. Let's do this. Let's do this one. Boom. It's your birthday, hippie. Tell us about this before we play it.
Right on. This song was way too much effort to only get played once a year. So it's on the list. Talking about humor. When this song premiered on Hippie's birthday, and I was shitting myself because he was about to move on and he hadn't seen my link. And I was like, I sent it to you, man. Damn it. Check your inbox. Is Hippie here yet? Anyhow.
No, he's not.
So we laughed our bags off watching it live, and Hippie almost choked as he chortled afterwards. And I think back, and I'm just like, I laughed 1,000 times before anyone even saw that, you know? And I laugh when I watch it. It's ridiculous. Yeah, that's all I could say.
Yeah, look, to get a song made for you by Hubs is an honor. And if it ever happens to me one day, dude, I will just bow down. I'm not putting it out there. No. I'm just saying, I think it's an honor because you do put a lot of work into it. This is Boom. It's your birthday, Hippie. Get ready to have a laugh. It is hilarious. It should be played more times a year. Hippie, what are you doing? Have more birthdays. I want to thank Terzo. What happened there? I had a US politician brain fart then. See how I didn't go either side? Frank Terzo, thanks for the super chat, you rock. All right, let's do it. This is Boom. It's your birthday, Hippie. You ready? Let's boom.
Coming in hot on this one. What? Did you expect a gift? Maybe from Russ, but from me it's a kick to the cul-de-sac. Can you imagine that? It's dragging on the ground with a slice of the rat. So you're turning 58. Does it infuriate? Is it all a state of mind? Surprise you every time that you urinate. You're wearing diapers yet? Wait, no, answer that. No, we're gonna throw this got enough rhymes to fill your depends. I know what you're thinking, I know where this goes. You put me in timeout, I come on the show. Hippie like cake, hippie like cake. With the pumpkin pie, you get chucked in the face. The lost boys, yeah, all I hear is noise. Just walk when you're hurt, drive away. Boom, it's your birthday, hippie. Boom, it's slick and cool. Boom, happy birthday, whatever trips or triggers. Yeah, know what I'm saying? Boom, it's your birthday, hippie. Boom, it's slick and cool. Boom, happy birthday, whatever trips or triggers. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. When hippies and goof, you hang free in the chat. Pew, pew, pew. You hear that old man? Melt in your face like iced tea from a can. 1964. You ain't young no more. Show your card to get your discount at the grocery store. Cause now you're older. What? Think you're older. What? Hard of hearing, that's okay because you'll probably forget. Boom! It's your birthday, hippie. Boom! It's slick and cool. Boom! Happy birthday! Whatever trips your trigger. You know what I'm saying? Boom! It's your birthday, hippie. Boom! It's slick and cool. Boom! Happy birthday! Whatever trips your trigger. Boom, buddy. I'm down with ATV. Yeah, you know me. To bring down a moose, you gotta take on the knee. Because you know you're even older than sarsaparilla. Rolling in town is the Google Wasilla.
All right, we are back. Man, it's such a fun song. It's so good. What do you think about that hippie scene? Though he's not in the chat. Boom. There we go. We've got him on sound effects anyway.
Boom,
so.
boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom, boom. Rad song, rad song. Let's say hello to everybody here. Folks, I'm going to try and find all your names if you keep typing something in the chat so I could make it easier for me. Let's run through some people. We got Frank Terzo, we got Russ8889, we got Clayton Von Kluge, we got the Lily Pillies Manny, we got Rise of Dark Leela, Jorge's in the house, Laurie's Mishmosh, Chad Freeman, Hugh Caldwell, Leanie Perez, we got Brad Example, did I already say that? I don't know. Hetriati, yeah. Who else? Thomas Christ says, boom, boom. Lady Campion's in the house. I said Laurie already. Who else? Audible Video, what's going on? Kim Harden Hodson says present. Billy Botch Pavizin, is that how I say it? Billy Hodge. Oh, man. I can't see and I've got prescription glasses on. Crimson Crocs. Independent Many United. I'm trying to get the names up. Mateusz. Who else? Chris Lane Sr. is in the house as well. Anyone else I've missed? I'm trying to get them all. I'm trying to read them. If you want, G-May. G-May's in the house. Michael Songs is in the house. Man, you got a massive turnout. People love the absolute living shit out of you. Yeah? Don't they?
I'm honored, humbled. Like,
you're easy
absolutely,
to love.
Much love.
You're easy to love, my friend.
As a Canadian, I'm humble and show humility, and I'm just honored and thank you all. Amazing.
We got Legs in the house too. Legs is here as well. Hello, Legs. Ed B Metal is just fresh out of the shower. Oh, that's an image. Oh, hang on a minute.
Smelling good.
I can smell him from here. Joe and Barry Glenn are in the house as well. Can't forget them. Viv Sparrow. Hello, Viv. Good to see you. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out today. If I've missed you, I'm a dumb bitch, and I can't see the screen. But we got to move on because, and I will try and catch up if I see other names floating around, because we got to talk about stuff like this. Since coming on the show in November 2020, it feels like so long ago because it fucking was, and you released your debut EP. What has been going on musically for you? What's happened? What have you released? What's going on?
Well, I came out as a lone wolf, just all by myself. You know, I soaked in what Pete was teaching me and what you were teaching me, and came out with that EP and did it all by myself. In the process of that, I met a lot of really interesting people, and a lot of people that became, really close friends, as close as friends could be, without being on the other end of the same couch kind of thing, right? But I had the chance to start working with other people as well, and working on collaborations with other musicians as we formed friendships. And my second year of musical production was really productive for me. Started working with Hetriani, and we teamed up on a whole bunch of songs. But I also had the chance to work with people, Autism Rocks, Indigo Sunsets, Auntie G, so many people. Hugh called, like, I'm gonna leave people out. Andy Dion, Pat Pedal Room, Lori, like, there's so many people that I've had the chance to work with. The second year was a lot of fun. It's super productive. I was a collab slut, showing up everywhere, and it was great fun. And it was a fantastic year when I look back at all the chances that I had to do really cool things. And I changed jobs a year and a half ago. And previous to that, I worked in a room that was a bit noisy, but it was a room I had to myself, and there was a door on each end. And that's why I was able to check into your show, Jade, every day, and just flip my phone over or slide a piece of paper over it. And, I switched jobs now where I share spaces, and there's the expectation of customer service and stuff like that. So I got to be on the ball, and I can't be like, oh, what? I'm looking at my phone and that kind of thing. So after that year of just so much, there was a second EP, right? That came out, and that was 5 songs. The first one was 4, and the second one was 5. And I had my sights set on a full LP of 8 songs. And I ran out of gas around September of that year. I just, every month I'd been putting out something, trying to meet the mom show deadline, right?
Yep.
Well, at the same time, doing collabs that came up that were just too good to pass up. Either it's the song or the people that you work with. And sometimes it is the people. Oh, hold on. You hear the sirens there?
No. You've got your noise cancelling is fantastic today.
Oh, what about my sniffles?
I can't hear them. Ask Brad. Brad's the only one who cares about them.
Any sniffles I have today are dedicated to Brad.
Yeah, yes, good. Every sniffle makes Brad cry.
Good. I got your back, buddy. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I totally ran out of gas in September, and my shoulder just totally died, and I couldn't play guitar for weeks. It was wild, but I also didn't really have the ideas there. They were flowing for a while, and then all of a sudden they just, I don't know, they weren't flowing anymore. It happens, right?
Yeah.
Put out a couple songs sporadically, but my personal, like the Hubs originals, like that, they slowed down quite a bit, and that was kind of hard to deal with. I thought, maybe am I committing myself too much to collabs and not leaving enough time to myself? But is that, you could look at it the other way and say, well, maybe I didn't have any ideas, and maybe the collabs were keeping me active, keeping my mind going, my hands going, so maybe they saved me, so I look at it as everything happens for a reason ultimately. And when the ideas are there, they'll be there, and that's all good.
Look, I know from knowing you that you are a very proud person. Yeah. And you want to release good music. Like, you want to put out good stuff, and you feel, if you're not putting out stuff, that you're possibly letting people down. I know that about you, right? What I find really interesting about your journey here is that one of the things I like about musicians, is that they don't over-release stuff. All right? Because back in the day, before the internet, things were like Metallica would release an album every 6 years. You know, this was the reality. This was all artists' albums took time to release, and it was that waiting and that anticipation. And these days, people, this is just my opinion, people drop way too much music that they get, a lot of music gets lost. You know, the cycle, especially even in this community too, people are always trying to get a new song out to keep the shows that play have content that sometimes the songs get lost. So I like it that you have, when you release something, it's exciting. It's like I try and do the same thing for myself. I try and release 5, 6 songs a year, maybe an EP or something a year, because it's exciting, man. And people go, we haven't had anything for a while. But when it's a constant cycle, I guess it's because I'm old school. Do you think you're an old school musician in that? I know you'd like to put out more stuff, but I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, a collection of songs a year would be nice. But yeah, I don't need to. I will never have enough ideas to go more frequent than once a month, I would think, right?
Yep.
Let alone the production that goes into it. But even that, yeah, no, I hold myself to a standard that is just like, if it's, lyrics that I might find make me cringe somewhere down the line, like, there's a bar that I know that I have to achieve before something's going to get out. And it kind of almost increases in like the first, you come out of nowhere and you drop a few songs and everyone's like, whoa, that's pretty cool, man. There's like metal and you're making metal on a phone.
Yeah.
And then the next song, like, I don't know, as your catalog grows, there's the expectation to show growth, and you can't put out something that's not advancing you. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be something that takes us another step forward in some way, I think, for me.
Absolutely. That's the one thing about the music industry that hasn't changed. Everything's changed so much with distribution, the way you buy content and all this kind of stuff. But the one thing that hasn't changed is the pressure that is on the artist once they release something that people like to then up the game and continually up the game. It is so hard because, as well as everybody here who releases music and myself, life, man, and to maintain a high quality and your own standard is very, very, very hard to do. And then this is when the shit creeps into your brain. Yeah, I'm not good enough. Has this been a thing for you, Gary?
Oh yeah, for sure. The imposter syndrome. Am I squared up on the hat? Can I? Because I can't tell. My phone screen is so small.
The hat looks sexy, man.
Thanks. It's the hat of destiny.
It looks sexy.
Yeah.
As always.
Thank you. Well, I kind of wrote a song about that without actually writing a song about that. Like the last song that I released, I believe, we're almost up on a year, April of 2023, and it's called Pressure. I was like, what can I write about, man? What can I write? How can you write about fucking the world going to hell in a hatchback so many times, right? How do you do it a different way, right? So pressure. Okay. Yeah, there's some pressure here. And okay, we'll just fucking call a song Pressure then. And so yeah, no, the imposter syndrome, yeah, that's a thing because you're just like the cycle of things being released in the community and the shows that play the music, like you're just saying, you find yourself getting farther and farther away from the crowd. Like you're seeing the taillights as everyone's advancing forward.
Yep. And
you're kind of you feel like you're not advancing, and so you can kind of get a little bit hard on yourself. You can be an asshole to the person in the mirror, and have the person in the mirror be an asshole to you. And so yeah, it's a thing for sure.
What?
Yeah.
How have you like tried to work with it? How have you tried to like defeat it? Because we're all looking for ways to defeat it. As Chad has put here, everybody has imposter syndrome. Nobody, every single artist has it. What have been
Yeah.
some of your mechanisms to try and get around it?
Oh, geez. I'll let you know when they come.
Perfect.
Yeah. No. How do I deal with it? Well, a lot of it's got to do with just your outlook. Like if you're having, I don't know about anyone else, but if I'm having a shitty day, I can find there's not a thing I can think of that I can't steer back to why it's a shitty thing. Like you just a negative spiral is a hell of a thing to break. But man, you can wake up and have a great day and everything's fucking roses, right? So it's for me it's one of those things where when I'm down, I can find a way to turn anything into a down.
Yep. Yep.
And I hope I'm not alone.
You aren't.
Speaking of down, this interview, let's not fucking
No.
let's not get too
Trust me, mate. I'm ready to pick it up at any time.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay.
like.
Yeah.
You got to have everything's this. You bring it down, then you pick it up. So we're heading up.
Yeah. Good.
Because,
But I mean,
finish.
sorry, no, you go on.
No.
I was going to say, ultimately, I like the body of work that I've made. I'm proud of what I've made. So if, I'm sure I'll be able to pull it off and do it again kind of thing, so it's all good. I'm not as down. I'm way happier now than I was a few weeks ago when we first set up this interview.
Yep.
I was actually worried about, am I going to wake up and is that going to be a shitty day? And am I going to find a way to make everything into a down? And how am I going to come on and laugh, which is ultimately going back to what I said in the elevator pitch I'm here for. So, today's a fucking awesome day.
It sure is. Yep.
Loving it.
It got so much better when I woke up because I knew I was going to get to hang out with you. And we haven't hung out like we're kind of face to face, but we hang out on Clubhouse a little bit every now and again after your shows on the weekend. Let's talk about collaborations, because this, in my opinion, has been one of those things that has not only helped you grow as a musician, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is just from looking from the outside in, because, we are similar in a lot of ways. Nobody's ever the same, but we like different things outside of metal. And that's what makes metal more interesting. And I love the fact that when times have been skint for you making music, that you have jumped in like feet, toes, head, tits, everything in first to do collaborations and play stuff that is outside of your comfort zone. How do you think that has helped you as a musician to do all these fantastic collaborations?
Oh, it's immeasurable, really. Like what a unique and fantastic opportunity. It's man, for 20, 25 years, I played in a 3-piece band and we played 9 songs over and over again. And, maybe we would mix in a few covers and stuff like that. But when I was young and first got my guitar, I was a student of metal and I was absorbing it. My brain was an absolute sponge. And a couple years later, I got my bass and my brain was still elastic and ready to absorb all this stuff. But then my mind anyway, I stopped absorbing fresh stuff and the opportunity to collab on songs that are outside of metal. Man, what a unique gift. Like any chance I get to exercise a different part of my brain or learn a new trick or, really dissect a song and get inside of it. Where if it's original music, how to compose something that in metal there's monster. Most of my collabs are on bass. That's has to be said.
Yep.
In metal, the monster tone, right? Monster tone, playing with your balls out, kind of thing. Just fucking hammering away on this thing, right? That's what you want. But you know, Auntie G asked me for a song, and she wants something completely different, right? You put away the pizza slices and the clipboard, and you brush your beard and put on a button-up shirt, and you play something different. And I love the chance to show people something, to surprise people a different way, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, going back to the hippie thing, right? Like, if somehow I put on a wig and I could be a different character and do a little bit of a rap thing, right? You know, like it's, yeah, outside the box. I love it.
What wig?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you telling me people in this community wear wigs? What the hell?
Never.
Never. No, I would never do a thing like that either. It's all Laurie's fault. Let's just blame Laurie. There she is. Look at her. What wig?
Yeah.
You see, you give her an inch, she takes a mile. Let's play a song because you are anything but predictable. What a segue that was. This is Predictable by Ninth Gate. We'll be back in a minute and then you can talk about where it all came about. Let's rock and roll. You ready to headbang, folks? Let's do it. Oh, ja. There he is. He's back while he's getting his headphones in.
Predictable.
Completely unpredictable. Let me tell you a funny story about that song before you tell me how you got involved in it. I had no idea. This guy, Frank Terzo, the heartbeat of this community, sent me an email about this song saying, hey, what do you think about this song? And I found this song, should I do this song? And somehow that email got lost in all my fucking emails and I missed it somehow. And then all of a sudden, this song came out and I somehow found the email a few weeks later and was like, oh, fuck.
Like, they literally saw me at my car.
I could have been a part of that song and I wasn't because I missed Frank's email. So, damn. Good. Anyway, how did you get involved in it? How did it all come together? Because you have been involved in so many super groups and that is a super group. There's no doubt about it. Smith, Terzo, Hetriani, I mean, some of the best of the best right there. How did it all come about, Gary?
Well, thank you so much. And I was remiss when I was listing off the people I collaborated with that I didn't mention Ninth Gate, but rescued by the list that I sent. That song, Frank contacted me and said he wanted to be, there's a car that's just about to leave here. I don't know if they're going to hit the like and subscribe and share on their way out, but hopefully not too noisy. Frank wanted to get on the Mom Show. It was New Year's Eve, 2022 going into 2023, right? So a year and a half ago, a year, whatever. Don't quote me on that. And he sends me this demo that he wrote in 2005. And it was on a 4-track and it sounded like it was on a 4-track in 2005. And but the song was great, right?
Yeah.
It was a great song and it was hard rocking. And I heard it and I was like, well, Frank's a fucking legend. We all love Frank. And even back then it was like, well, the song would have to fucking suck for me to say no to Frank. Right. Yeah. And it didn't suck. The song was good. It was a hard rocking song. And so I listened to it and I was like, yeah, man, absolutely. We can make this metal. And he's like, oh, great. Yeah, no, I was thinking of asking Het, you guys work together a lot and thinking of asking Smith. And I was like, sounds really solid, man. And so Frank had the vision of enlisting the band. And I mean, we were like a package deal at the time, we still are. That was a no-brainer. And I was excited to hear Smith on board because, going back a year and a half ago, like I think Smith hadn't been on the scene too long, but I already knew that he was a fantastic player. So we passed that song around. Well, I guess it started out with me. I kind of did a little bit of tightening up on the arrangement, I think, and sent it off to Het, and he reinvented the riffs. I used AI to take Frank's vocals out and separate everything so I could kind of build up a drum track, new guitars and his original vocals to kind of like hear it in a reimagined way as we pass this file around. And the really cool thing about that song, I fucking love those guys, right? I'm so honored to be in a band with Het and Frank and Mr. Smith. Pinch myself, really. It's fucking awesome. One thing that blew me away in that song was that Frank goes into his studio on a Thursday, as Frank does on Thursdays, and goes to record these vocals. And he sends the track back, and I mix it in, and I mute out the 2005 vocals that were removed through some online separation thing, and put in the new ones, and they were fantastic. Right? Here's a guy, 15 plus years later, singing a song. The songs that I wrote in my band 20 years ago, they're hard to sing now, for me, right?
Aren't we all like that now as we get older?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm listening to this new mix, and I think I'd gotten everything by then. Het's guitars, Smith's drums, and I just for the fun of it, I unmuted the 2005 vocals, and fuck me if Frank didn't like nail it so well that in that mix, Frank from 2005 is doing backing vocals for Frank in 2022. Like he just he like talk about manning up and fucking crushing it. Like, wow, Frank. Anyhow, amazing. Another really funny thing about that song is the curveball that Smith threw in the middle of the song there, the breakdown. That was completely unexpected, and it caused a domino effect for Het to go, oh well, fuck, the thing I got going on, it doesn't fit now. What the fuck do I do? And it's like I'm loath to ask people for redos, right? Especially if they just absolutely crush the fucking take. There was no way I was going to ask Smith to like think of doing anything different, right? This is his contribution.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with the drummer.
No. And furthermore, if you think about it, that is that's what makes this collaboration more than just a sterile. Here is a song. Here's your lane. Stay in it and don't fuck up. Like Smith had a vision and he recorded it. And it caused Het to change his vision. And at the end of the day, like it makes the song organic. Like we all changed the course of the song in some way. We all contributed. And if it wasn't for the four of us, the song wouldn't have been the same. So it's some collaborations are almost like, it's all set for you, right? You have a narrow. You got to thread the needle because it's there. Everything's there. But this was just an organic thing. Amazing.
But speaking of drummers, right? So this is a thing I think people don't... it's interesting. You've played in bands. I played in bands. There's not everybody in this community's played with a band, right? And when you play with bands and you jam in rehearsal studios and you write music... You have an idea, riffs come together, and then normally what happens is the drummer will then add their stuff, and nearly every time you hear what the drummer adds, you go, I don't know if what? I didn't think of that. And then if you then go, I don't like that, you're nuts. You got to let the drummer do what the drummer hears, and eventually you'll hear why they're doing it, and it'll make sense. Like I'm the same with Pete Johns. He will send me a track because I'm Pete's drummer. He sends me a track. He's already got a basic drum thing there, and then I know every time I'm going to send that song back to him, he's going to hear it the first time and hate the absolute shit out of it because he doesn't expect it to go there. But as a drummer, you hear something completely different, and drummers they're so important, man. Because they change the dynamic of the song and give the song structure and help you understand where the chorus is and where the changes are and the breakdowns and all that stuff. Drums are so important. And you've got to let the drummer do their thing, right?
Yeah.
If you're a guitarist and you're telling the drummer, I don't think that's right, you're doing it wrong, man. You're doing it wrong. Yeah.
The first listen is, don't base it on the first listen for sure.
Absolutely.
Let it grow on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Did I say, Smith, that breakdown is fucking killer?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what got me on that rant because, that is the thing. And thank you also, Smith, for sending a gifted membership. Preston grabbed that one. Good to see that. And also Camp Gmo, who sent a super chat earlier. Thank you, Gmo. Love you lots. We are at the halfway point, so I'm going to see if you want to help me out with this, Gary, because we have to mention today's sponsor, and then we'll get back in. Now, I know you have been a DistroKid user. Am I still correct?
Absolutely.
Here we go. So today's sponsor, folks, as you know, and it is DistroKid, of course, and I know many of you use DistroKid, and you have been for a long time, and some of you may not be yet, and that is cool. I suggest getting your music out there. You can, you cannot. It's up to you. But if you want to do it for a good price and be looked after and have all these really cool little functions on the DistroKid website, you can do so for the small amount of $22.99 a year. And one of the good things about DistroKid I love is I've been on other distribution services. And what I hate about any kind of thing that offers a service is the constant badgering of upgrading. It's a thing, man. Like I've been on some distribution services where every time I log in, I'm getting a pop-up saying, hey, you should pay this extra money. You should pay this extra money. Pay this extra money. Fuck off. Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that shit. Where DistroKid doesn't do it. Instead, they offer you up here a little list of things like get heard now, promote yourself, special access, enhance your music, protect. They offer you these things for free to help you try and get your music to more people, not only here on YouTube, getting views and all of that kind of stuff. And one of those things that you can do is, indeed, if we go over to enhance your music, is lyrics. Why? Because Spotify and a lot of these companies now allow you to add lyrics to your songs so people can follow along. And this is important because some of us sing in death metal bands and we want people to hear the vile, insipid vocals that we sing, like myself. Well, there is a function in here that you can go to your songs. Let's say Flesh Market here. I haven't added lyrics here. If I hit plain lyrics, I can go in here and I can get the AI to do it for me. So all I need to do is hit this, see if the AI can guess my song, and it will go through, listen to my song, and hopefully come back with all of the lyrics that I have sung on this without me having to go and find my lyrics and try and punch them all in. This is one of the services that is absolutely included for $22.99 a year. And look at that. It won't be perfect. It absolutely won't always be perfect. But to get a start like this, what you're going to say when they come for you, some of it's wrong, or young or old, flesh. Some of it's not correct. But here I can just go in, and if there's anything wrong, I can just go in and change it and save it. Super easy to do. And once you save those lyrics, you will end up on a page like this, like you can see here with mine. If we go to lyrics, try and get back here. Special access, not that. What was that? Enhance your music, lyrics. You can see nearly all of my songs have lyrics already attached. You can see there, if they've got a little tick next to them, they've got lyrics. So in Apple Music, you can check the lyrics. And exactly, this is what AI should be used for, right? This is where AI is incredibly handy to actually go and help you do something, because not all AI is good. Some of it's shit, but there you go. So DistroKid, as I said, $22.99 a year. If you sign up, use my code distrokid.com/VIP/JadeStar, you'll get 7% off your first year and you'll be going good. How long have you been? You've been releasing all your music on DistroKid, haven't you, Gary?
That's correct. Yes. And I signed up in 2020. Yeah.
And
they've been fantastic.
Yeah. Unintrusive. No, the only time you get the other thing that's good, the only time you really get emails from them is when you release a song and they tell you that your song's released.
Pretty much.
That's it. You know, no nag emails. Remember, come over here and buy this extra upgrade. Piss off. I don't want that shit. You know?
Yeah.
So
I must. Sorry.
Yes, go for it. It's your show.
Okay. I was going to say that I have two devices, and when the battery dies on one, I'm prepared to join with the other device. So in case I disappear, I hope that doesn't. Well, this phone is going to die soon.
We can play. We can play a song. We can play a song. So
well, speaking of which, I thought it would be fun.
Oh,
because I love DistroKid so much.
Oh,
wouldn't it be cool, Jade, on your show right now if we use the DistroKid app and upload a brand new song here?
Oh, what?
A brand new song.
Wow.
Yeah. It's right here in a parking lot.
Are we going to get to hear this song or not?
I don't know. Do you want it?
I don't know.
Would that be something that you're interested in?
I of course I do. What about the audience? Put a one in the chat if you want to hear Gary's new song, everybody.
So I'm going to hit upload.
Oh God, you've already got it ready.
I've got is Why is the button not doing anything? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I got to scroll. Scroll, bro. Scrolling, bros. So, number of songs, 1. Previously released, no. Artist, band name, Hubs, yeah. Already in Spotify, already at Apple Music, already in YouTube Music, already on Instagram, Facebook. Release date, I'm going to change the release date to March 26th. That's what I'm gonna do.
So it's coming out. So it's in the future. I'll get to hear it before everyone else.
Yes. Why March 26th? Oh, because that's my birthday.
Ah, there we go. It's your birthday.
Pre-order.
Hippie.
Let's do a pre-order. Yeah. So pre-order starts today. Do I have is my stream manager here? Is Lori in the chat? I've been looking.
She's in the chat. She's here. Yeah.
Okay. Could you fire off that email for me, Lori? That'd be awesome if you could fire off that email for me.
Have you set it up to for her to send an email to me with the link?
That's wow.
Wow.
It's almost like
what a professional. What a pro.
So yeah, I'm gonna select metal as my genre, and as my secondary genre, I'm gonna select metal again.
Oh,
because
dude.
So
you are so metal.
Choose image. Okay, well here we go.
Pete says,
that one looks
live demos. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, as long as the link goes through, that's all we need.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so here we go. Here's my artwork.
Wow.
Right on.
This is awesome, man. I had no idea you were actually going to do this. So
I thought it'd be fun.
Yeah. Of course.
Title. Okay, well, title is Dead Again. That's the title of the song. Dead Again. Yeah.
Oh, I've got the link. Thanks, Laurie. Laurie's a legend, isn't she?
Choose file. Well, I'm looking for one that says Dead Again Master.
Damn, it's a full video clip as well. Holy shit.
Dolby, no. You know what? We'll do the lyrics and stuff later. Right?
Do you want me to close with this? Because we'll drag it out. You want me to do it right now?
Oh fuck yeah!
All right, fuck yeah. Yes, wow.
So I'm not paying for the discovery pack. I'm not paying for content ID because that's a bad idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm good with total. It's read $0.
$0. There we go. Yeah. See, and you know what?
Okay.
They didn't hassle you, did they? There was just an option at the end. No pop up, no bullshit saying, "Hey, do this, give us more money." It's completely up to you. This is the good thing about DistroKid.
All the boxes are checked. I'm going to hit done. Problem with one track. Missing songwriter name. Okay. Who's the songwriter's name?
Yeah, who is that guy?
Man,
what is it? Dom Torregrossa. Is that Torre? Oh, no, he's not the songwriter. Sorry. Hi, Dom. Let me say hello to folks who have joined. I saw Dom. I saw, who else haven't said hello to? Semtex Cow, Forrester the Wolf. Who else is in here that I possibly haven't said hello to? Dom. Is it released?
We're uploading.
It's uploading. We're uploading. Hey, Dom, you got some peanuts, mate. Boom. There you go. There's my Dom Torres impersonation.
Isn't this a thing, hey? This is pretty cool.
I know. You can sit in a car park and upload your bloody song. It's ridiculous. This is the world we live in.
Done.
It's out. It's going to be out. Done. So March 26th is the release date.
Yeah, it's going to be. Sorry. Right now on Bandcamp, I'm going to release my draft on Bandcamp, so it's live now. Where's the? We don't have to worry about that.
So go and buy
I'll do that behind the scenes.
It'll be up on Bandcamp. There's a link to Bandcamp in the description. All of Gary's links are in the description. Are you guys ready for the premiere, which I had no idea we we're going to be doing like this? I love it. Thank you, Gary, for doing it on my show. You rock, my friend. This is Dead Again, the official video from Gary Hubs. I'm ready. Are you ready? This is going to be fucking sick. Let's Oja. Damn. Holy shit.
Well, yeah.
Wow, dude. Production tight as hell. New vocal style in there as well. The sexy muttering at the beginning. They're talking us through the fucking aggression. Dude, really primo stuff. What a pleasure to hear the progression from the early EP to that. That was banging tight, man. And you always had a really good drum sound because, for those of you who don't know, me and Pete Johns, we actually did shows on our channel teaching people the Gary Hubbs drum method of how to get sick drums back in the day. It's true, you know it.
I'm trembling. This is pretty fun.
It's a rad song. I'm sure everybody agrees. Everybody was loving it in the chat. What a premiere. Like, who knew that was going to happen? Dude, so tell us, how long has this been in the oven? How long has this been baking? How did it all come about?
Well, a few weeks ago, I sat down to write some riffs. And, my artwork has been successfully processed. Okay, nice. Well, that's a cool little notification to have.
There you go.
Yeah, so a few weeks ago, I picked up the guitar to write riffs, which is something I haven't done in a while. And lyrics had been a thing that had been kind of holding me back. I've got some songs that are kind of on deck. Well, I've got one song that's on deck that I haven't been able to kind of come to terms with. And I decided, well, I can only listen to this song so many times. If it's not coming, it's not coming. Move on. Get some new riffs going. So I picked up the guitar, got some new riffs going. And I was kind of, I don't know, depressed, bummed out. And I figured, let's write a song about it. Let's write a dark song. Let's write a song about not being happy or whatever. So as I was starting to become happy, I was like, well, shit, how did I feel a couple weeks ago? Yeah. So it's not like a literal dead again. It's that feeling of just not having an outlet, I guess. As far as production goes, it was a few weeks ago, I picked up the guitar, started writing the riffs, and then it was Saturday morning that I fucking woke up and freaked out. It was the morning after the house wrecker, and I woke up and I was like, holy fuck. So Thursday, this thing's got to be in the bag like Wednesday before I go to bed. Video shot, fucking links done, artwork made, merch store updated, all that shit. All this had to be done. So I'm counting backwards in the days, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta Saturday night, I was gonna do the vocals out in the parking lot, but turns out my wife was going out with some friends to play some card games or something like that. So hopefully not going out for a dick and cider. But
oh, he went offline. Oh God, his phone's died. So what a way for it to fucking lose connection. What a line. He's going to load up his other phone, guys, and be back in a minute. I was just about to hit the fucking button. He disappeared. Well, that's the end, folks. Thank you for coming. We'll give him a few minutes. Fuck, this show is always full of weird shit that happens, isn't it? Yeah, his wife just pulled up at the car park and punched him in the face. Oh, man. Yeah, he absolutely planned that. Wow. Oh, God, folks, I've been doing this show for nearly 4 years, and I'm always blown away by the fucking ridiculous shit that happens on this show. Oh, dear. So shall we play a song while we're waiting for him to come back? Why not? Let's. Yeah. She's got him by the ear right now, dragging him in. How dare you? You're going in front of all your friends. Yeah, I need the Ron Focus thing at the moment, don't I, Semtex? Good God. All right, let's play a song. Let's play something completely. The Dick Insider thing was the thing that knocked him offline. It's brilliant. Let's play something completely different. Let's play a song, another collaboration that Gary was involved. Oh, here he comes. He's coming. Let me admit him into the chat. Here he comes. Oh, man. All right. We're waiting for his audio to connect. He should be here in a second. We're waiting. It's good, Gary. It'll connect in a second. Here we go. Welcome back, Gary.
Hello, Jade. I don't have earbuds now.
We can still hear you. We're good.
Okay. Because I have a little battery pack I plugged into. And,
dude,
you know,
what a line to end on before you got knocked off.
What was the last thing you heard?
The last thing we heard was, hopefully she's not getting a Dick Insider. And then you just...
Everyone's frying pan got me right in the back of the head, right? The rolling pin. Bang! So obviously my phone died, and I thought I could just switch over to my iPad until I realized that the iPad only has internet because the phone is providing a hotspot. So I was like, I can't join. So here I am.
We will roll with the punches, all right? We will roll with the punches. Dude, I've just been sitting here laughing the whole time waiting for you to come back because the timing of that was just absolutely ridiculous. You can't like plan that kind of shit. It was hilarious. So your wife went out and hopefully didn't get a Dick Insider. That's where we're up to.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm going to pay for this. Thank God she doesn't follow my musical career. You know, must watch. So, yeah, I had to count backwards during, like, if this thing has to be wrapped up, I was going to do the vocals Saturday. Oh, don't have the vehicle. Can't do the vocals. I can't leave the kids sleeping in the house to go do the vocals, right? That'd be a bad parenting decision. So, Murphy's Law just enters the chat, right? So I re-record all the guitars and bass, smooth them out, get the final tracking done. Sunday did the vocals. Monday mixed it at work. Went out, shot the video. Was it Monday night I shot the video or Tuesday night? Edited that Wednesday at work. It was like ridiculous. Like it's like old times, man. Like trying to make the mom show again. But once I put the promo out that said I got a couple of tricks up my sleeves, I kind of put myself out there and committed to it, right? So it was all hands on deck, full fucking production. And I was probably like, Hippie hasn't seen me in his chats. No one's seen me in the chats the last couple of days because it's been just circle the wagons and get this fucking project done. So.
It's definitely a bit of a Gary Hubbs trademark, I think. This is something you've done for a long time. Like whenever there's an event coming up, you will create something special for it. Like you've done it with Hippie's birthday song. You have done this a lot. So I was not expecting it. Normally I should by now because I know you, but you kept it completely from me. So great job on that. And the other thing I want to touch on too is, I mean, I've been preaching this a long time. So has Pete Johns. If you are in a rut to write material, fucking write about that.
Yeah. It helped me out, and I feel that I feel energized. I mean, the euphoria of releasing a track is something I haven't felt in this way. There's the collabs and there's all that other stuff, but there's the originals, the Hubs originals, the ones that go into the DistroKid catalog, right? And it's it's been a long time, and I almost forgot what the feeling was like. And you know, I thought, what an absolutely unique opportunity to surprise a few people and release it this way, right? You know, it's I would never work well in those songwriting groups because I like the element of surprise. I want to come out of nowhere. And like going back to the Ice Ice Baby thing, you and I were super tight and we were messaging on Facebook all the time. Clubhouse hadn't been invented yet. And I was doing screenshots and sending you stuff all the time, but I was only sending you the verses of what I was doing. No one knew the mashup parts or the choruses or anything like that. Like I thrive on the element of surprise. I really do. That's been even my songs end with a surprise. Boom, done. Like, that's how I work. That's what makes my brain happy.
Yeah. I think we're going full circle now. We're getting back to that point of like, you know, how I believe that it's a good idea to have these songs, to not flood too many songs, have surprises, keep your audience excited on the edge of their seat, waiting for something to come out. You know, don't ever sit there and feel like there's pressure to release something because your fans are just, the longer it is, the more rabid they get, I believe. And this proves that because, you know, it's been a while and today, like we were all just foaming at the mouth during that release today. So very exciting. And thank you for sharing that. We're going to play another collab now. So you can just chill for a second because this one's completely different. This was for the Music for Life charity album. It's perfect that we go into this now because it shows the other side of Gary Hubson, be able to play this kind of stuff too. So this is Rainfall from that album. Let me cue it up. We're all good. And then we'll talk about it when we come back. Let's do it, my friends. Full screen.
Woo-hoo.
Let's go.
If you sang in key, girl, I would sing along with you.
If you show me how, girl, how you do those things you do,
I do love you. I do love you. If you walk a mile, girl, I'm just another kiss away.
let me stay a while, girl. I'd really love to hear you say
I do love you. I do love you. There's a road in the distance, it keeps winding and turning, like a boat on the river. You drift away, you drift away. Why wish for a rainfall if the sun is shining? Why ride on the North Star from a lonely flying? Why wish for a rainfall if the sun is shining? Such a vital sign, girl. It feels so good to hurt so bad.
like a nursery rhyme, girl. Pass me on like summer fat.
I still love you. But the load kept drifting. Still I call your name, and I'll never say quit till
You right?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you're allowed to smoke. Yeah, I feel like we're at a. You know what it's like as a smoker, yeah. Everywhere you go now, you got to look and find out if it's. Am I all right to smoke here? Am I, it sucks, man.
Clipboard.
We're like lepers now, aren't we? Even as vapors, man, we're lepers wherever you go.
You know what? They hate us.
They do.
But they're gonna. Who the fuck is gonna light their birthday candles though when we're gone? Fuck you all, your dark fucking birthday cakes. Then. Yeah.
Sorry, man. We're not going to have birthday cakes in the future. Now, I just saw something on the screen. Let's talk about the lore of Gary Hubbs. Now that you've done it from the evolution, the lore, because many people who may not know who you are, who may be watching this for the first time, just getting accustomed to Gary Hubbs, may not have been around all this time. There's a few things about Gary Hubbs. There's lore, there's pizza slices, there's a car park, there's a clipboard. Tell us just about these three things.
Okay. You never know what's gonna stick and become part of the brand, right? Sometimes you think you have a really good idea and it goes nowhere. Other times, just a throwaway, spontaneous thing becomes something. So the clipboard, we'll start with clipboard, and I've got a few notes on here. Tripod, seat. I'm sitting on a cooler. I brought a cooler today to sit on. I had to sit. My wife is out doing errands, doing important things, so I had to pack up everything to walk here.
Hang on, not getting a dick inside.
No, not an afternoon. No, clipboard, Bandcamp, and all that stuff on here. So the clipboard, Elbow Grease was the first song I did, and I was writing lyrics up until the time of singing them, and sometimes my voice is all the time. My voice is a really loud instrument, and I can't practice it at home. I live in a townhouse, and so as much as you can kind of like half sing and sing quietly, and you think your lyrics fit, they might not fit when you scream them out, right? Like phonetically or rhythmically or whatever, right? Syllables, the way they match. So the clipboard, yeah, you see it right there, and it's on a music stand. It's kind of hiding, and you're watching me unscrew and rescrew a pen about 500 fucking times as I did the lyrics for that song. But the clipboard was a necessity. I was writing lyrics up until the last minute. And so I didn't have the fucking words committed to memory. So yeah, that was kind of like just a necessary thing. And then for the next song, I think, Heartbeat came out September of that year. And that's all the video was me in the parking lot, actually recording the lyrics into my interface and reading fresh lyrics off of the clipboard. So it was a necessary thing. It's kind of cool that YouTube has a really cute emoji for a clipboard. It's one of the good ones. So that's how that lore became. And people laugh and they're like, well, you should know your fucking lyrics, man. It's like, well, yeah, it's kind of become a joke now. It's showing up and Into the Pit, you know. Maybe you should have your lyrics memorized, but we don't always do we? So I think that covers that.
Hey, pizza slice?
The pizza slice was kind of a funny one. I needed to repeat a line 3 times, and it had to have that many syllables to fit. And I needed something. Into the Pit was a follow-up to Fandango. Fandango was my first song that was thrash metal. All my songs were metal, but Fandango was just thrash metal, fast, furious, lots of riffs, lots of transitions. And I remember when that song came out, how am I going to top Fandango? And it was like, well, let's write a classic song about the pit, about the mosh pit, a metal song about metal, right? Like there's some there's a lineage of metal songs about the pit, right? There's Anthrax, Cotton Amash, there's fucking Whiplash by Metallica, like there's a lineage there, right? Let's tap into that. And so I needed a line that went 3 times, and that was going to be the last straw that drives an honest man to commit mosh pit rage. Like, I was all cool until I dropped my slice, and now, like, fuck, man, I've lost all control now. Let's go crush someone. And I remember sending the lyrics to Het because we were working on that song together. That was the first time I was working on Black Rain with him, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Het, and I can't even read the chat, so don't bother. But that was the first time we were working together. I sent him the lyrics, and he's trying to figure that out, man. Like, what the fuck? Drop my pizza slice. I drop my pizza slice. I drop my pizza slice. So again, a super cute emoji in YouTube of the pizza slice, and that lore just became part of the brand. Was it black? Yeah, it was Black Rain. Okay, well, at least that's what you have on the screen, so we'll say it is.
I remember.
Yeah. And what was the third one? Third part of the lore.
The parking lot.
Oh, the parking lot. Yes. That goes back to the townhouse thing. But actually, no. It kind of, well, it does and it doesn't. It's not my first choice of where I was going to shoot the video for Elbow Grease, but I knew when I'm Elbow Grease, my motivation to get that video done was I wanted to be on Your Music Live with Pete Johns. And so I wanted a cool kind of backdrop, and I had one in mind. It was the rooftop of a mall about a couple miles from me. I can see it in the background where I'm sitting. And so I pull up there, and the first thing I do is pull my tripod out of the car, and fucking security was right there. Like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm just going to take a photograph. You can't do that here. No, no professional photography. I don't plan on being professional at all, actually. Can't be here. So, oh, fuck, what am I going to do now? So I'm driving home, and I'm driving past this campus, literally driving past the campus where I'm at now. I look over and I'm like, well, the solar panels are pretty fucking cool, and there's all that angular metal, and it satisfies my brain. It looks industrial, corrugated metal. I love that shit. So pulled over and set up here and shot the video, and again, it just if people want to build a legend, man, fucking let them, right? So if there's any sort of details that people grab onto, it's like the parking lot. Yeah, sure. Like when I do the house wrecker early on, I kept hearing like, oh, if I did this, I'd be shut down in 5 minutes, or I'd be mugged or arrested, fucking all this stuff. So it's kind of like, I don't know. There's an absurdity I liked, absurdity is good, it's memorable, right? So I think maybe that's what I liked about it. Yeah, but it's part of the brand.
It is interesting because it came out of necessity, right? The parking lot, and it comes out of necessity, and then it becomes a brand. And like, I think we live in an age now where so many people like put so much focus and energy into trying to manifest a brand, manifest something that people will jump onto, and it never works. It doesn't work. You can't push something. You can't force something to happen. It has to come naturally out of circumstance, out of a thing like, and that's what people gravitate. That's where they find honesty in what you're doing. Anything manufactured has a very short shelf life. What are your thoughts on that?
No, I agree. People read authenticity for sure, and they can see through things that aren't genuine. I believe. It's shoot. There was something I just wanted to say too, and it slipped away. I don't know what it was now. You probably hear the sirens now that I have earbuds in. Sorry about that.
No, surprisingly enough, it's still very. I don't know how your phone's cutting out all the sound. So I'm muting a lot because when I talk over you, it's cutting your sound. So I'm working the soundboard to perfection, my friend. So every time you
Perfect.
talk, I'm muting. Let's go to the house wrecker because I don't know. From looking from the outside in, I was so happy to see you doing this. As soon as you announced it, I was like, yes, dude, this is going to be the thing that's going to help you, I think, get over songwriting block and have a thing to do. How has the house wrecker helped with getting back in the horse, back in the horse, on the horse, so to say? Don't get in the horse, man. That would be into horse. I don't like that one.
Going back to what I was going to say was I feel like it's even pretentious to talk about a brand, but I mean, let's be real, right? We're all trying to promote something in a way, right? Otherwise we wouldn't be doing this. So the house wrecker was I found myself being just a watcher of things and not a doer of things. I wanted to go from be a human being to a human doing. So the house wrecker, there we go. The house wrecker was like, weeks would go by where I wouldn't pick up my instrument. I mean, that goes back to the writing block, right? And when I say instrument, I'm talking about guitar, bass. And it's the house wrecker's done everything I've wanted to do. I felt like I was kind of falling into the history books a bit and not being relevant, and my music wasn't getting any newer and stuff like that. And so I figured it could help grow my channel when original music was not there to grow my channel. It would also force me into a bit of discipline to at least pick up my guitar once a week. Now, in the early weeks, I was practicing. Like I rehearsed songs a whole bunch of times before I did that. Lately, sometimes that there was weeks there where that was the only time that I would pick up my instrument. You know, it was like, okay, well, Saturday night I didn't practice this week, but I'm going to play the songs. But at least I picked up my guitar this week, you know, because there was far too long where I wasn't, and I felt like I was kind of falling into obscurity, you know, a little bit, and I wanted to feel some sort of energy again, you know. So it's funny. I go out and I turn on the camera, and at a ridiculous time, right, really late at night, and some people showed up and watched, and they seemed to enjoy themselves, and they seemed to be excited to see me trying out what I was doing. So that was the motivation to do the second house wrecker. You know what I mean? So from then on, well, now there's a streak going, so got to keep the streak going. But it's been more than I could have imagined going on at a strange time, and with all the technological challenges and deficiencies that we're dealing with. You know, it's not the easiest thing to watch or listen to sometimes, but people come and watch it, and I'm honored that they do. It's fucking amazing. Wow. No?
Personally, I think why it works, because look, let's be honest, doing a live stream every week and performing live is not only it's a big setup. It's it takes work to prepare and do, but there's also this other thing which I'm sure you're already starting to go through is how do I keep it fresh every week? I only have this many songs. Are people going to get bored of me playing the same songs over again? And you start like going in your head and going, should I add in some covers? And then every week you're trying to keep people coming back, but you've got to try something new. And what I like about it is that it is different, right? You never know what's going to happen. These are the shows oh, he's gone again. We've lost him. We've lost him for a second, guys. I don't know what's happened. So we'll come back over here to me. Hopefully he'll rejoin again. But I'll continue saying it, that it is hard when you're performing live each week and trying to keep the show interesting, because you want people to come back and you feel like you have a duty to work hard to produce something different. But when you only have a limited number of songs, you start repeating yourself. So it is a really hard thing to maintain. What have I got to play here from the list? I'm sure I've got some things I can play while we're waiting. I want to play that. Let's play this while I'm waiting to come in. This is a collab. And then hopefully he'll be able to join us. I don't know what's going on. See, this is unpredictable television. Let's just play this and we'll see if he gets back here in time. I'm waiting for him to join. This is Hetriani, Broken, Gary Hubbs, the GJ. Let's just do it. Boom. We don't have him back. Now, we may not have him back before the end of the show, and it could happen. And we've got to make do with it. It is what it is. He may not be able to recharge his phone at all. When it gets to that level, he's probably got the charger in and it's just not getting enough juice. So who knows? Hopefully we're going to hold out because we've only got 8 minutes till the show has to go. And then I have to dump you all over to Pete Johns. We have Pete Johns coming up after this. He's got his podcast. Mr. Smith is on, I think, at the same time. I think they're both. So you got your poisons to choose there. I think we've got Independent Manor United coming up after there. Then we've got 15th Bend streaming again today. Also on the weekend, let's just run through some shows that are happening while we wait and hopefully we get him in sort it out. We've got I'm doing opening hour this week, followed by Thomas Christ doing Thomas Christ Live, me doing opening hour, Pete Johns doing happy hour, and then Brad Example following up. There's Brad's after party link, so Brad's back this week as well. Tomorrow here on the channel, our 15th bend is cancelled. Thanks for letting us know that. There you go. See, up to the minute help from the chat. So tonight it's cancelled. Tomorrow, guys, here on this channel, Walk With Me is back. So I haven't finished editing yet. I'm going to be doing that today, but Walk With Me is back. And I went to about 10 unique stores throughout Melbourne to show you strange shopping experiences. And one of the places was an axe-throwing nightclub where you can get booze and throw axes. Yay. So that is happening tomorrow here on the channel. Still don't have him coming back, so either he's been arrested or his phone won't load. Live, you know, it is what it is. Live television. So we've got a few minutes. I'm probably going to close out the show today, we're going to go back and play the brand new song again. Why the fuck not? I was going to play Pitchfork. Is that what I was going to play? Let me have a look at my list. I was going to play that, but I think we'll play the new song again to go out, because who doesn't want to hear the new song again? Yes, I did buy a new wig, Laurie. I went to a wig store on Walk With Me. So that's fun. Well, he's obviously not in the chat, which means his phone has no battery. And I'm sure, here's the sad thing too, I'm sure right now he is really upset. I know I would be as well. I'd be sitting there going, damn, man. And it's upsetting. And I know he'll be pissed off about it, but we all love him. And I'll tell you how we'll make it up to him. Everybody and your dog this week, make sure you get to the House Wrecker show and go and hang out with him and support him there. Because, you know, he's a legend. He's one of the OG musicians of this community. I can't give him enough praise. I love Gary Hubbs so much, and you know, he's somebody who's encouraged me and helped me here on this channel. He supported my channel for the longest time. Without him, we wouldn't have had so much great music, so many great laughs. I mean, I can't tell you how much Gary has made me laugh over the years. It's ridiculous. You know, he's such a funny, loving guy who has participated in so many creations, so many collabs, and as we know, he does produce these songs secretly in the background, and is always one of the first people to put his hand up to be involved in a collab for a special occasion, like Hippie's birthday song and things like that. Plus, if you didn't know, he did, what's that? We talked about it earlier. Let me bring up my thing here. I'll just bring up this because he's not here and can't. I'm still watching to see if he's going to join, but I can't see it happening because his phone is probably absolutely dead to water. But for those who don't know, he released a song 3 years ago, a cover called Ice Ice Baby. I'm not going to play it, but this thing was played on Glenn Fricker's show. If you know who Glenn Fricker is, yeah, let me go over here. And absolutely fucking almost, he was like in the top winners. He almost grabbed the thing. He almost won the entire competition. It was a competition for covers, and Gary sent this thing in, and Glenn Fricker loved the absolute crap out of this shit. And we were all just sitting there supporting Gary. Like, what an achievement. This, I thought, was absolutely huge. To have Glenn Fricker, a very respected musician, talking so much good stuff about our friend Gary Hubbs, who makes all this stuff on a fucking iPhone. The dude is just incredible. So, I mean, he's not here to be able to close out the show, so I'm just going to talk him up to the nth degree. He is an absolute superstar, humble as the humblest pie you will find, and deserves us to all be there on the weekend to support him because his heart is massive. All right, I'm going to have to get out of here. We're going to have to do it because I've got to bounce everybody over. Gary, I'm so sad that you couldn't get here to say goodbye, but on behalf of Gary, I want to thank you all for being here and supporting Gary today and turning up in huge numbers. Thank you, Laurie, for that super chat. You know, thank you all for hanging out and supporting Gary. And thank you, Gary, for coming on here and being so candid because, you know, he was worried about coming on because we all suffer from imposter syndrome. And he had concerns about coming on and how much to open up. And so, you know, it takes a lot of strength to come on these shows and talk, yeah, and expose yourself like this. So anybody who's come on and done this, thank you. And thank you. There he is. He's back. We love you, Gary. We understand, you know, these things happen. It's live television. So we're going to go out and we're going to play the brand new track one more time because fucking I want to hear it one more time. I think everybody else wants to hear it again. Gary, the last question. Let's do this. If you're on a desert island without a volleyball named Wilson, what would be the one record you would want to get you through? You had one more surprise, but you'll have to tune in now on Friday to see that. There we go. So, look, at least you've got a surprise for there, all right? Type it in the chat, Gary. What album is the album you need that would get you through if you're stuck on a desert island? And I'll put it up on the chat while we play this. Let's get out of here. Pete's up next. I don't want to go over his thing. Let's do it. This goes for a few minutes. This is Dead Again. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's oge. Thank you all, and thank you, DistroKid, and thanks to everyone. Pete Johns is up next. I know I'm a little bit late. Love you, Gary Hubbs. Let's oge.